공생, 공영, 공의. 통일된 인류 한 가족의 공동체.
God so loved the world. God did not love the church or the individual so much that he sent his only begotten Son. It was because God loved the world.
공생, 공영, 공의. 통일된 인류 한 가족의 공동체.
God so loved the world. God did not love the church or the individual so much that he sent his
성들여 제작한 메달을 설립자이신 한학자 총재께서 반기문 전 유엔 사무총장께 전달해 주셨습니다. 네, 이어서 상패는 홍일식 위원장께서 전달하시겠습니다.
And now the plaque will be presented. The plaque was carefully made by Korea's master mother of pearl craftsman.
상패는 한국의 자개 명인이 정성 들여 제작했습니다.
The medal and plaque are being presented.
이렇게 해서 오늘의 수상을 축하하는 메달과 상패를 전달해 드렸습니다.
Now, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause in recognition of the Founders Centenary Award laureate, former Secretary General Mr. Pan Ki-moon.
여러분, 설립자 특별상의 주인공께 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다. 이제 수상자이신 반기문 전 유엔 사무총장의 수상 연설을 지금부터 청해 듣겠습니다.
We would now like to call upon former UN Secretary General Mr. Pan Ki-moon to give his acceptance speech.
네, 여러분 다시 한번 박수로 청해 듣겠습니다.
Honorable Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, Universal Peace Federation founder, Dr. Chairman Hong Il-sik, and His Excellency President Macky Sall, President of Senegal, represented by His Excellency Amadou Ba, Foreign Minister of Senegal, and also Reverend Mulip Yunan, distinguished guests, former heads of state and government, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to receive this Sonhak Peace Prize. I am incredibly grateful for this esteemed honor. It is quite meaningful to follow in the footsteps of the previous luminary awardees. You have bestowed this honor upon me. I received this with a humble mind. This very honorable Special Peace Award of Sonhak. But on behalf of so many people around the world who are still yearning, for hoping that the United Nations will do much better, much more for all the people who really need our support at this time. I am deeply humbled that I only received this honor. Thank you again for your recognition. My special recognition goes to Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon for her visionary patronage of this award, as well as for her long-time advocacy efforts in support of world peace, global citizenship, and sustainable development issues. I also take these opportunities to commend the impressive work and forward-thinking vision of the Sonhak Peace Prize Foundation. The critical efforts by Sonhak Peace Prize Foundation are essential as we collectively strive to extend essential understanding, cooperation, and tolerance on the road to world peace and global sustainability. In this connection, I simply couldn't be more proud to receive this award intended to further the ideals of such a pioneering individual who so firmly believed in the importance of peace, human development, coexistence, and environmental protection. My deepest gratitude goes to Sonhak Peace Prize Foundation members for this very special honor and recognition of my modest contribution for world peace and development. Thank you very much again. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our world is changing, and this is bringing many new challenges and uncertainties to the geopolitical and economic order. Multilateral cooperation is viewed with increasing skepticism. Multilateralism, represented and symbolized by the United Nations, is under great threat. Multilateralism has been the basic guiding framework of this world, particularly after the Second World War. Those countries who are leading this world have been the most benefited by the multilateralism. They are now speaking about protectionism, unilateralism, individualism, isolationism. I am deeply concerned as a former Secretary General of the United Nations who has to continue to succeed the guiding principle of the United Nations and multilateralism. At the same time, our climate crisis is deepening as wildfires burn, sea levels rising high, and temperatures continue to surge. Under this backdrop of instability and waning internationalism, I firmly believe that we must work together. There is no country, no individual, however resourceful, however powerful one may be, can do it alone. We have to put all our hands on the deck together. That has been my consistent, continuing message, even after my retirement from the United Nations. And I am deeply honored and deeply encouraged by so many people who are here, who are peace lovers, and who are loving and respecting human dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, during my 10-year tenure as the Secretary General of the United Nations, Secretary General, I strived to execute my global leadership by leveraging power partnerships and promoting the spirit of global citizenship. I have met so many world leaders, so many business leaders, so many civil society leaders. I have seen very few leaders who are possessed with global citizenship, with a global vision. We have to foster our youth, young generation, women.
Peace Prize focused on the global refugee crisis. The prize was awarded to Dr. Gino Strada, a hero who fought for the rights of refugees and war victims to receive medical care. And to Dr. Sakina Yakubi, the mother of refugee education, who proposed a fundamental solution for refugee resettlement. The 2019 Sanak Peace Prize focused on human rights and human development in Africa. The prize was awarded to Mrs. Waris Diri, who contributed greatly to the advancement of women's rights through her activism against female genital mutilation. And to Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, who led Africa's development through agricultural innovation and promoted good governance in Africa. In commemoration of the centenary year of the founder, Reverend Dr. Sun Myung Moon's birth, the 2020 award focuses on the founders' vision of peace, interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. The Sanak Peace Prize Committee decided to award the founders' centenary award to former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon of the Republic of Korea for his work in striving for a sustainable Earth. And the 2020 Sanak Peace Prize to two worthy individuals, Bishop Munib Yunan, the former president of the Lutheran World Federation, who advanced religious harmony among Islam, Christianity, and Judaism in the Middle East. And His Excellency Macky Sall, current president of Senegal, who demonstrated a model of good governance in Africa. The 2022 Sanak Peace Prize focused on the global pandemic response. In the midst of the rise of nationalism, global economic shock, and the crisis of deepening inequality, heroes who showed solidarity and cooperation with their love for humanity were nominated. We received 177 candidate nominations from all over the world. Then there was careful review and rigorous screening process to select the candidates. Sanak Peace Prize Committee has decided to award the 2022 Sanak Peace Prize to Dame Sarah Catherine Gilbert and the Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. The Founder Special Honorary Award was awarded to His Excellency Samdech Hun Sen, the Prime Minister of Cambodia. The laureates of the Sanak Peace Prize will be a good model of how one person can peacefully improve the lives of millions. Peace will be realized when the barriers between nations, religions, races, cultures, and ideologies are overcome. The key to lighting the path to a new era of peaceful civilization is a love of humanity that treats each other as members of one family. The Sana Peace Prize.
오늘의 의미 있는 날이 있기까지의 과정을 영상으로 소개해드렸습니다.
The video introduced the
인사드리겠습니다.
journey, the special
미래
journey
세대를
that
위한
it
평화
took
제5회
today.
선악 평화상
The Peace Prize
시상식의
for Future
진행을
Generation,
맡은
the
저는 신영일
fifth Sonak
아나운서입니다.
Peace Prize
반갑습니다.
Awards will now begin. I'm announcer Shin Young-il, your MC for today. Nice to meet all of you today.
오늘 이 자리를 축하해주기 위해서 정말 많은 분들께서 참석해 주셨습니다.
Many guests are here today to celebrate
말씀드립니다.
today's awards. I express my deepest gratitude to all of you. I'd like to introduce our guests who have graced us with their presence today. First, we have former and current heads of states from around the world, top leaders of all levels of society, and leaders from Korea, as well as leaders from around the world joining online. Please give a warm round of applause and welcome to everyone. Today, we also have the honor of having the family of our true parents, along with laureates and organizers. Please welcome them with a big round of applause. We especially have the honor of about 60 former and current leaders of Cambodia joining us today for the ceremony. Please welcome them with a big hand. Let me first introduce to you the distinguished members of the Sonhak Peace Prize Committee who've made today's event possible. Distinguished members Newt Greenwich, Dan Button, Thomas McDavid, members Thomas Walsh, Yona Moon, and Young Ho Yoon. Please welcome them with a big hand. There are also many attendees today who have joined us to celebrate the ceremony and offer their congratulations. It would only be right to introduce each and every one of our guests, but there are too many, so I'd like to ask your deep understanding that we end our introductions here. Once again, please give a big hand to all of our distinguished guests from Korea and around the world. Thank you. Now, let us begin the 5th Sonak Peace Prize Awards for the Future Generation with a big round of applause.
먼저 선악평화상위원회
The first order of ceremony will be the welcoming remarks delivered by Jose Manuel Barroso, chair of the Sonak Peace Prize Committee. Chair Barroso was former president of the European Commission in 2012, accepting the Nobel Peace Prize on behalf of the European Union in 2013. Please welcome Chair Barroso with a big round of applause. Welcome, Jose Manuel Barroso, chair of the Sonak Peace Prize Committee. He's entering the stage to deliver the welcoming remarks.
Your Excellencies and distinguished guests, we are gathered here today to congratulate and encourage the 2022 Sonhak Peace Prize laureates. I would like to express my sincere appreciation for joining us on this special occasion. The Sonhak Peace Prize was founded at the behest of Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, the wife of the late Reverend Dr. Sun Myung Moon, to honor and preserve their ideals, legacy, and achievements. In selecting this year's laureates, the Sonhak Peace Prize Committee, which I have the honor to chair, focused on the response to the pandemic. And history should remember the heroes who have been working for peace. And during this time of the pandemic, we need health for peace and peace for health. The two laureates, Professor Dame Sarah Catherine Gilbert and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, are the heroes who devoted themselves to health for peace and peace for health with their commitment to humanity. This pandemic has highlighted the centrality of science in this fight against a virus that jeopardized the lives of everyone in the world. Science delivered hope in the form of vaccines, which have saved many, many lives. Without scientists like Professor Dame Sarah Gilbert from the University of Oxford, the pandemic would have left wounds much deeper and more fatal than it is now. Also, the pandemic has highlighted the centrality of solidarity and cooperation. Science gave us the tool to control the pandemic. However, we can only do it if we use them cooperatively and equitably, regardless of economic status. And Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, emerged at the forefront of COVID-19 as the hero who led the collaboration to fight against nationalism and for vaccine equity. Distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, viruses thrive by division, but we can defeat it through solidarity. And this idea of solidarity was at the heart of the founders of the Sunhak Peace Prize. Unfortunately, I would say that today there is a virus for which a vaccine has not yet been discovered, the virus of nationalism, of unilateralism. But we can't fight this virus if we accept not only science, but also the need for a truly cooperative and multilateral approach. Our commitment to stronger collaboration for a better world is more important than ever during the pandemic. And when we work in solidarity in a multilateral approach, we can achieve miracles and find answers to the fundamental inequalities that lie at the root of so many of the world's problems. For global problems, we need global solutions. Pandemics has shown it, but also for other problems that are now afflicting humanity, we need global solutions. Laureates of today's Sunhak Peace Prize, Professor Dame Sarah Gilbert and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, are driving forces creating these miracles. They have shown that science and multilateral cooperation works. The Sunhak Peace Prize will continue to discover enlightened organizations and courageous and righteous people who are dedicating their lives for the sake of peace and humanity. Let us all work together towards a noble culture of peace. I congratulate the laureates of the Sunhak Peace Prize 2022. I thank you.
네, 말씀 잘 들었습니다.
Thank you very much for
호세
your
마누엘 바로소
kind
위원장의
remarks.
환영사를 함께 하셨습니다. 이제
You heard
시상의
from
순서입니다.
the chair Barroso
수상자의 평화
for
업적
the
영상을
welcoming
보신 후에
remarks. Now we
메달과
will begin
상패
the
수여
awards.
그리고
We will watch a video of the
수상
peace accomplishments of the laureates and proceed with the presentation of a
사랑의
medal
것박사에
plaque,
대한 시상
along with an acceptance speech delivered by each laureate. First, the Peace Prize will be awarded to Dr. Sarah Gilbert, followed by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. Let's take a look at the accomplishments of Dr. Sarah Gilbert through a video.
With different viruses. Our daily lives are being threatened by disease X. On January 1st, 2020, Sarah Catherine Gilbert, professor of vaccinology at University of Oxford, reads an article about 4 people infected with pneumonia of an unknown cause in China. And within 2 weeks, her team has successfully designed a vaccine against this pathogen that was never seen before. It was possible because of her 25 years of efforts in developing vaccines against infectious diseases and development of the revolutionary plug-and-play method to to rapidly design a vaccine in preparation for disease X. Professor Gilbert and her team wanted the vaccine they developed to reach all corners of the world before the fatal COVID-19. Under the leadership of Professor Gilbert, additional funds required for vaccine development and manufacturing facilities were secured. At the same time, speeding up the process by simultaneous clinical trials. She viewed vaccine as a global public good, that vaccine sale was not for profit, and contracted with AstraZeneca, who pledged to manufacture and distribute the vaccine worldwide at low cost. She continued large-scale clinical trials, thanks to volunteers of various ages and races around the world, and proved the safety of vaccine through all 3 phases of the clinical trial. More than 2.5 billion doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine has been administered in 170 countries around the globe. It is widely used, with priority given to low-income countries with poor healthcare systems, giving hope to humanity.
This is a vaccine for the world. Safe and highly effective, easy to store and transport, low cost and available in large quantities. The values that resulted in this vaccine being made available align with those of the Universal Peace Federation. This vaccine was made for all of us, to protect each other and ourselves. We still have more to do, but the work of our international team has paid off, and the vaccine we made is already saving lives.
Professor Gilbert is receiving worldwide attention and praise as the world-renowned vaccine expert and the most influential woman leader. Regardless, she calmly prepares for her next battle with the virus that may become more lethal. Because today, she takes on the responsibility of protecting the tomorrow of all mankind.
영상을 통해서 업적을 만나보셨습니다. 이제 메달과
We've learned
상패를
about the
수여하는
accomplishments of
시간입니다.
Dr. Sarah Gilbert
자, 그럼
in the
첫
50
번째
minute.
수상자의
Next is the
입장이
presentation of the
있겠습니다.
medal and
사라
plaque.
길버트 박사를 여러분
Let us
큰 박수로
welcome our
맞아주십시오.
first laureate of today. Please welcome Dr. Sarah Gilbert onto the stage with a big round of applause. Dr. Sarah Gilbert quickly developed the vaccine amid the crisis of the pandemic and contributed to the distribution of vaccine at an affordable price across the world. Recognized for her contribution, she was selected as today's laureate. Congratulations. The medal and plaque will be awarded by Chair Barroso. The medal you see right now is 186.5 grams of pure gold, specially made by Korea Minting Security Printing and ID Card Operating Corporation. The medal is also being awarded. The plaque is designed by Korea's mother of pearl, master craftsman. Chair Barroso is presenting the plaque. The medal and the plaque are being shown here on the screen. They're taking a photo together. It's an amazing and beautiful medal and plaque. Once again, congratulations to Dr. Sarah Gilbert. So, the first award was presented to our laureate today, Dr. Sarah Gilbert. It must be a very special moment for Dr. Sarah Gilbert, who has dedicated her life to developing vaccines. Please give her a big round of applause as we listen to her acceptance speech.
Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon, Chairman Barroso, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a very great honour to be selected to receive the Sunhack Peace Prize and to follow on from the prestigious laureates who have received the award in previous years. 2 years ago, it would never have occurred to me that I might be considered for such an award. I'm a scientist working at the University of Oxford in the UK, and for some years my research has been on the development of vaccines against viruses that are known to cause outbreaks. I had been part of a team that worked on the rapid clinical development of a vaccine against Ebola in 2014, when the largest outbreak of that disease that is known to have occurred happened in West Africa. Vaccine development moved quickly at first, but then paused while decisions were made on the next steps to be taken. Opportunities to test more than one vaccine for protective efficacy were lost. From my place in the team, I was able to observe what had gone well and where delays had crept in. I took note of the importance of planning many steps ahead should we ever find ourselves in a similar situation. At the very beginning of 2020, I began to respond to reports of a new virus that was causing disease and spreading rapidly. As the virus spread, our team grew. Our vaccine was produced, tested, and eventually licensed for emergency use. I had the great privilege to work with many experts, all using their knowledge, experience, and an incredible amount of hard work to make the vaccine widely available as fast as we could. Our partners, AstraZeneca, agreed to produce the vaccine without profit during the pandemic and to continue with that pricing strategy in low and middle-income countries around the world, even after the pandemic ends. Vaccine manufacturing has taken place in many countries around the world with the aim of maximizing the supply and the benefit that the vaccine can bring. It is now in use in at least 170 countries, and over 2.5 billion doses have been produced. By now, more than 60% of the world's population has received at least one dose of a COVID vaccine. Now that large numbers of many different vaccines are available, there is still more to do to assist with the deployment of vaccines in all countries. But for many of us, we can now look forward to our lives returning to normal as the impact of the pandemic reduces. Except that we cannot simply go back to normal as if the last 2 years did not take place. Again, we must learn from what worked and what did not. We must increase the number of manufacturing facilities around the world as part of ensuring a more equitable supply of vaccines in the future. And we must continue to develop technologies in disease surveillance and diagnostics as well as vaccines. During the pandemic, there have been examples of highly beneficial international collaborations, not least in the phase 3 trials of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which took place in many countries around the world. Wherever we live, whatever our income and whatever our political views, we must understand that viruses do not recognize these differences and that no one is safe until we are all safe. We must continue to work together to strengthen our defenses, not against each other, but against our common enemy, the pathogenic microorganisms that can bring harm. We can achieve so much when we work together, each bringing our different strengths. The work we did to produce the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine was exhausting and overwhelming at times, but ultimately vital and rewarding. I hope that many young people will be inspired in their career choice by knowing about what we achieved, and that governments and international organizations will work together to ensure that next time we need to respond to a disease threat, we will be better prepared than we were in 2020. Thank you.
다시 한번 축하드리겠습니다.
Thank you once again. Please give her a big hand of congratulations. Congratulations. Dr. Sarah Gilbert has been dedicated to developing vaccines, and this was a special moment. Now, our next co-recipient is Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. Established in 2000, Gavi is the world's largest health organization that leads efforts in immunization to protect the world's most vulnerable people from diseases. Let's take a look at the video of Gavi's accomplishments.
Je since 10 countries have administered 75% of all vaccine supply, and low-income countries have vaccinated barely 2% of their people.
Since its establishment in 2000, Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, had a clear mission: to save lives and protect people's health from the threat of infectious diseases. Gavi has saved lives of countless children from the deadly virus who never even had the opportunity to be immunized. It changed their lives, and it became a force to transform their family, society, nation, and even their future.
If we were to describe Gavi in one word, it really would be that power of scale. We buy vaccines for 60% of the world's children.
However, 80 million children missed the opportunity to be vaccinated due to the frightening interference of COVID-19 in 2020 and face the risk of disease again. In response, Gavi called for support from all over the world to regenerate a stronger immune system. World leaders actively joined Gavi's ambitious goal to save more lives by vaccinating 300 million children over the next 5 years, marking a new chapter in global health cooperation. Resolving increasingly severe vaccine inequity was an inevitable task to escape the pandemic. Gavi coordinated the COVAX facility, a worldwide initiative aimed at joint purchase and equitable allocation of COVID-19 vaccines. And COVAX AMC was initiated at the same time, an innovative financial mechanism to enable access to donor-funded vaccines. Gavi has reached the milestone of 1 billion doses delivered to 144 countries through the COVAX facility, making fair solutions to vaccines a reality. To ensure that no one is left behind in the opportunity to prevent disease infection. To ensure that no one is left out in the opportunity to health and life. We promote vaccine for all, for everyone's right to life. Until everyone is safe. Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, will continue to find fair and equitable ways to save all lives.
세계 백신 면역 연합의 고귀한 노력으로 팬데믹
Due to the honorable accomplishments of Gavi, we look forward to ending the pandemic. Now for the awarding ceremony on behalf of Gavi, the award will be accepted by Dr. Claude Begley. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
어서 나오십시오. 세계 백신 면역 연합을 대신해 클로드 베글레
On behalf of Gavi, the
입장하고
award will be
계십니다.
accepted by Dr. Claude Begley, who is entering the stage right now.
선악평화상재단 이사장이신 토마스 월시 이사장께서
On behalf of the founder, Chairman Thomas Walsh will be presenting the medal.
어서 나오십시오.
Welcome.
자, 그럼 먼저 수상자에게 메달을 수여하도록 하겠습니다.
First, the medal is being presented.
오늘의 귀한 의미가 담긴
This medal signifies a
수여되고
meaningful message.
다시 한번 축하드립니다.
The medal is being presented. Congratulations once again.
이어서 멋진 상패를
Next is
전달하고 계시는데요.
the beautiful plaque.
오늘의 의미를 담은
The plaque also contains today's meaning,
있습니다. 다시 한번
and it is being presented. Once again, congratulations.
보시고 기념 촬영을 하시겠습니다.
Please look forward
상패를 들고
for your photo today, together with the medal and plaque in celebration of the Peace Prize.
선악평화상의 또 다른 주인공 세계
Gavi has become another laureate of the Sonhag Peace Prize for its amazing accomplishments, and Dr. Claude Begley is accepting the award on behalf of Gavi. Once again, Congratulations to Gavi.
자, 이렇게 해서 공동 수상자에 대한 시상까지 모두
So
마무리됐습니다.
this concludes the
사라 길버트 박사,
acceptance of the Sonak Peace Prize. Dr. Sarah Gilbert and Dr. Claude Begley,
여러분 다시 한번 박수 부탁드립니다.
please remain on the stage for a commemorative photo. Please give them a big round of applause.
네, 이제 좌석으로 모시도록 하겠습니다.
Now please take your seats.
자, 오늘의 영예로운 수상자 그리고 시상에 애써주신
Our
분들
honorable
다시 한번
laureates
큰 박수
and our
부탁드리겠습니다.
presenters of awards, please give them a big round of applause once again.
영광스러운 제5회 선악평화상의
The fifth
수상자를 만나보는
Sonak Peace Prize Award, our laureates today,
호세 바로소 위원장님 그리고 토마스 월시 이사장
as well as our Chair Barroso and Thomas Walsh. Thank you very much for your help. Thank you. So it's the first time we've had a joint recipient of the Sonak Peace Prize. Now let us hear from the CEO of Gavi, Seth Berkley's acceptance speech live online. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
So thank you for that warm introduction. Dr. Hakjan Han Moon, Sonak Peace Prize Foundation members, my colleague and fellow laureate, Sarah Gilbert, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor and privilege to receive this prize on behalf of the Gavi Alliance. I am very, very sorry to not be able to join you in person, but my duties required me to stay here in Geneva. Making the world better for future generations is a shared goal, and I'd like to commend Dr. Hakjan Han Moon for your tireless work turning this ambition into a reality. Your creation of this prestigious award has done so much to shine a light on those working to improve the world we live in. I thank you for your commitment in bettering humanity. Of course, for us at the Vaccine Alliance, making the world better means improving the health of hundreds of millions of the world's children. It means protecting them and more recently their parents against deadly diseases through vaccination. It means helping to ensure everybody, no matter where they're born, has an equal chance at a healthy future. It is through this work, improving health equitably across the world, that we can help foster stable, prosperous, and peaceful societies. Good health is the bedrock on which prosperity can be built. A child free from disease is more likely to go to school. Their parents are less likely to take time off work to care for them through illness. Their finances are less likely to be burdened by hospital or clinic fees. A healthier society is a wealthier society. And from this prosperity comes stability and peace. Time and time again, history shows us that broken economies lead to nationalism, to crisis, and to conflict. Of course, right now we're seeing this interplay between health economics and stability play out in real time around the world. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost the global economy trillions of dollars on top of the millions of lives lost, and the global political landscape has never looked more fragile. We have seen countries retreat into vaccine nationalism, instituting export bans and buying up many more COVID-19 vaccine doses than they need for their populations in a time of short supply. We are at a crossroads. One path, the path of nationalism and insularity, could lead us to increased insecurity and the continued spread and evolution of COVID-19. The other path available to us is that of shared partnership. We can defeat this global pandemic and end its economic toll, but only by working together. The spirit of partnership and multilateralism embodied by the Sunak Peace Prize Foundation and the distinguished laureates up until now has also been embodied by Gavi since its creation in 2000. We are an alliance, a partnership encompassing international organizations like the WHO and UNICEF, civil society, vaccine manufacturers, donor governments, and the governments of the countries we exist to serve. Each plays an instrumental role in the work we do. This partnership has achieved incredible results. Our alliance now helps immunize nearly half the world's children against diseases from measles to diphtheria, pneumonia to polio. Over the past 2 decades, we've immunized more than 900 million additional children, reducing vaccine-preventable diseases by 70%, contributing to more than a 50% reduction in child mortality in the lower-income countries we serve. However, COVID-19 has put this progress at risk. 2020 saw vaccine rates drop in lower-income countries for the first time in decades due to fear and lockdowns, as well as the fact that health systems were forced to turn their focus and attention to the pandemic. Our alliance is working hard with countries to get routine immunization back on track. But of course, the best way to reduce the impact of the pandemic is to bring it to an end. To help do this, we have brought the decades of experience to bear on the creation of a multilateral solution to this pandemic. Alongside WHO, CEPI, and UNICEF, we've created a true world first in COVAX. For the first time, we have a platform through which the world can come together to ensure fair, equitable access to vaccines for every country and every population during a pandemic. This is not just the morally just thing to do, it is also in everybody's self-interest as the best route out of the pandemic. The longer we leave large portions of the global population unvaccinated, the more chance this disease has to mutate and evolve. Global equitable vaccination remains our best hope at preventing this. As a multilateral solution to a global crisis, COVAX works. In the 12 months since our first doses were administered, we've delivered over 1 billion doses of WHO-approved COVID-19 vaccines around the world. 90% of these doses went to lower-income countries at no cost to them. Thanks to an incredible effort from our COVAX partners, governments, and an army of vaccinators and health workers around the world, COVAX vaccines are now reaching people in every corner of the world, from the Sahara to the peaks of the Himalayas. Of course, the pandemic is far from over. 2022 will be another challenging year, but we've proved that a multilateral solution to this pandemic can work. With further support, we can fulfill COVAX's mission to end vaccine inequality and end the pain and suffering that COVID has brought to so many of us. I'd like to also take this opportunity to thank the Republic of Korea, who has been supporting Gavi's core mission since 2010, and last year made a historic $200 million contribution to COVAX, helping us procure vaccines for countries most in need. We are deeply grateful for this support. I accept this prize as just one representative of an alliance that encompasses not just the Gavi Secretariat in Geneva, but also hundreds of thousands of partners, immunization managers, and health workers across the world, working day and night to ensure vaccines reach the vulnerable and helping to forge a better, healthier, more prosperous future for all of us. On behalf of all of us at the Vaccine Alliance, I thank you.
네, 말씀 잘 들었습니다.
Thank you very much for your speech. Seth Berkley, CEO of Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, has delivered his acceptance speech, and thank you very much. The 5th Sonak Peace Prize Award was a meaningful opportunity to once again underline the importance of vaccine equity. Next, we have the congratulatory remarks for the 5th Peace Prize Awards. The congratulatory remarks will be delivered by Ehud Olmert, the 12th Prime Minister of Israel. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
제5회 선악 평화상
The 5th Sonak Peace Prize Awards.
에후드 올메르트 제12대
Congratulatory remarks will be delivered by Ehud Olmert, the 12th Prime Minister of Israel.
May I first thank Dr. Hak Ja Han-moon for the inspiration, for the leadership that brought all of us here at this time under these circumstances. Every major development in human history, every revolution, every dramatic change in the quality of life of people living in different parts of the world always started with one person, a person that had the courage to step forward when most other people could not, a person who had the vision to look forward when most other people were not, a person who had the imagination, the creativity, the fearless attitude to try something that has never been tried before and to take the risk because he believed that this can make a difference in the life of people. This person is, in our time, at this place, is Dame Professor Sarah Catherine Gilbert. She had the courage to dream what appeared to many to be impossible. She had the imagination to think of something that can make a difference when most other people in every part of the world was preoccupied with the fears, the genuine, natural fears of the pandemic which spread across the world and which threatened the lives of so many people. She started, and when she started, she moved forward. And when she moved forward, our life became safer. And there was hope. She was not the only one, obviously. There were others. But I think that she represents the courage, the wisdom, the scientific expertise, the experience, and most important of all, the ability to look forward there rather than to be tied up to the present and fear to take the one step ahead of others that will make the difference. Thank you, Professor, for what you have done. There could be no impact for the creation of this vaccine and the others had there not been an organization that could reach out for all those who need the vaccine so that they will be able to benefit from it. There are millions in Africa, in the most furthest places. There are millions in South America, in Europe, in Asia. Low-income people, low-income countries, which were unable to somehow reach for the sources of these vaccines in order to use it to save the lives of their citizens, of their people. Gavi organization, the Gavi Vaccine Alliance did it. It's been an outstanding achievement which manifested resourcefulness, creativity, strength, and absolute dedication and devotion of thousands of people across the world that could bring the billions of doses for those whose lives were saved by this. I'm sure, although I was not officially authorized, but I have this feeling that while all of you sit with your masks and I can't even see your faces, that I speak for you when I thank them. Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister.
이스라엘 총리께서 오늘
Edward Olmert, the 12th Prime Minister of Israel, for your heartwarming remarks and sincere congratulations. So now we have a congratulatory performance in celebration of today's heroes, the laureates of the 5th Sonak Peace Prize, to reaffirm the meaning and their accomplishments. Today's performance will be delivered by a musical team headed by Youngju Jung and Won Park. Let's take a look at the 2-year journey in overcoming the confusion of the pandemic in 2020 through the dedication of our laureate in this performance. Please give them a big round of applause.
There was time when men unkind, and there was voice soft, and there was so exciting. There was time when was of blind, and the world was song, and the song was exciting. There was time, then it all went wrong. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. And then I was young and unafraid, and dreams are made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He'd fill my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone and autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me, that we will lead the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now life has killed the dream I
This is the moment, this is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now, today. This is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather on my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day, see sparkle and shine, when all I live for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I merit on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckon, I never reckon second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, them all, yeah. This day or never, I see forever with the ghost. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them.
I have the utmost deep respect and gratitude to everyone here for keeping dream and world peace. Thank you. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylight, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles of laughter, in striving. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. 525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to plan, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man? In truth that she loved, only time that she cried, in bridges she burned, or the way that she died. Celebrate, remember the here in the life of real love. Remember, 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 remember your love. You got your love, you got your love. Give your love, share the love, spread your love. Measuring love, measure your life in love.
자, 이렇게 해서 제5회 선악평화상 시상식 1부
This brings us to the end of part 1 of the 5th Sonak Peace Prize for Future Generation ceremony, followed by the 5th Founders Special Honorary Award ceremony. The 5th Special Contribution Award will be presented to heads of state dedicated to the peace philosophy of Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon, following the tradition of the past 4 awards. Now let us begin the 5th Sonak Peace Prize Special Honorary Awards ceremony with a big round of applause.
자, 오늘 설립자 특별 공로상의 주인공은
The recipient of the Special Honorary Award is Hun Sen, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. First, let us watch a video of the accomplishments of the Prime Minister.
War and destruction. 2 million people lost their lives in a country of painful history. An ordinary young man from Cambodia started the painful journey against this cruel regime. He considers it his duty to save lives, promising to restore the peace swallowed up by war. His long journey ended with the complete peace of his homeland, Cambodia. After ending the war and building peace, he had one goal. He, who has fought for freedom, hopes to melt the firearm in his homeland, create a symbol of peace, and lead a people-centered development. Prime Minister Hun Sen has shared the world the method to peace that Cambodia has achieved. In Southeast Asia, where forces collide, power is balanced through experience and age. For the sustainable development of Southeast Asia, he is working with the leadership of solidarity and cooperation. In particular, he is working to build a peaceful ASEAN community by reducing the development gap between countries along the Mekong River. Reverend Dr. Sun Myung-moon and Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon even risked their lives to go to North Korea for the will of peace and unification on the Korean Peninsula. Prime Minister Hun Sen sympathizes with that spirit and offers new hope. We are taking the lead on the path to lasting peace on the Korean Peninsula, where the threat of war disappears, the conflict between the peoples is reconciled, and the South and the North truly become one.
훈센 총리의 업적을 영상으로
Prime Minister Hun Sen showed great
만나보셨습니다.
commitment,
그럼 이제 설립자
which is shown in this video. Now let us invite the recipient of today's Founder Special Honorary Award, Prime Minister Hun Sen of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Please welcome him up to the stage with a big hand.
훈센 총리는 천주 평화연합을 포함해 다양한
Prime Minister Hun Sen has actively engaged with various international peace forums and peace initiatives, including the UPF, leading efforts to promote international collaboration for peace, and has shown great leadership in the sustainable development in Southeast Asia.
오늘 설립자 특별 공로상의 주인공 훈센
Our recipient of today's Founder Special Honorary Award is Prime Minister Hun Sen. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
어서 나오십시오.
Welcome.
환영합니다.
Prime Minister, welcome.
이제 선학 평화상의
Next,
설립자이신
the founder of Sonhak Peace Prize, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, will enter the stage. Please welcome her with a big round of applause. Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, founder of Sonhak Peace Prize, is entering the stage.
시상을 위해 설립자께서 등장하셨습니다.
She's entering the stage.
어서 오십시오. 여러분 설립자이신
Welcome.
총재와 훈센 캄보디아 왕국 총리를 다시 한번
Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, founder of Sonhak Peace Prize, and the Prime Minister, Hun Sen, has entered the stage. Please welcome them with a big hand.
메달을 전달하시겠습니다.
The presentation of the medal and the plaque will be held. Please welcome them. Please give them a big round of applause.
영예로운 메달이 전달됐습니다. 이어서 상패를
The medal has been delivered.
전달하시겠습니다.
Next, the plaque is being delivered.
상에 상패가 전달되겠습니다.
This is the medal and the plaque presented.
박수로 이 자리를 축하해 주십시오.
Please give them another big round of applause.
설립자 특별 공로상의 주인공께 메달에 이어서 영예로운 상패를
The medal and the plaque has been presented to the Prime Minister,
잠시 오늘 이
the
자리에
recipient of the honorary award,
기념 촬영을
and
진행하겠습니다.
they will be taking a commemorative photo together. Please look forward.
설립자 특별 공로상의 주인공을 축하하고 시상하는
Please
시간
congratulate
하셨습니다.
once again Prime Minister, who is the recipient of today's honorary award.
다시 한번 축하드립니다. 이렇게 해서
Congratulations once again.
촬영까지 함께
And this concludes the commemorative photo session.
연설의 시간입니다.
Now we will hear from the Prime Minister for his acceptance speech. Please move toward the center of the stage together.
프로세스로 제안한 신통일한국 평화 체제에 발맞춰 한반도 평화
Along with the efforts together, he is also the co-chair.
선악 평화상의 설립자이신 한학자
The founder, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon,
문선명 총재와 함께 세계를 무대로 세계 평화를
has lived a life of devotion in achieving world peace on the global stage together with her late husband, Reverend Sun Myung Moon.
부모가 자녀에게 조건 없는 사랑을 주듯
Just like how parents give unconditional love to their children, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon leads and practices peace in all corners of the world to build a world where we all love each other.
여러분 지금부터 훈센 캄보디아 왕국 총리의 수상 연설
We will hear from the Prime Minister for his acceptance speech. Please give him another big round of applause.
Excellencies, members of the Sonhak Peace Prize Committee, Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am profoundly moved and touched to have been selected as the laureate of the 2022 Sonhak Peace Prize. I am so honored and would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the Sonhak Peace Prize Committee for recognizing my work in ending the long civil war and building long-lasting peace in Cambodia. On this auspicious occasion as well, I would like to take this opportunities congratulate Professors Dem Sarat, Catherine Gilbert, co-developers of AstraZeneca vaccine, to be also selected as the laureate of the 2022 Sunha Peace Prize. Your work has greatly contributed to the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic and saved millions of lives around the world. For me, this 2022 Sunha Peace Prize is not something that I did alone. Many other people also deserve to share this prize for their support of my efforts to build peace in Cambodia. First, I would like to express my deep gratitude to late King Father Norodom Sihanouk, ព្រះបរមរតនកោដ្ឋ the Queen Mothers ព្រះបរមនាថ Norodom Sihanouk and សម្ដេចព្រះបរមនាថសីហមុនី the King of Cambodia today, for their royal role in enhancing the role in promoting the spirit of national unity among all Cambodians as a big family. Second, I must thank my family for their love and support throughout my adventures searching for peace for my country. Third, the other leaders and members of the Cambodian government and the armed forces from all factions have played a crucial role in our collective endeavor to build and promote peace. Fourth, friendly countries and the international communities aided Cambodia's peace process and post-conflict national reconstruction. Last, I must thank my countrymen, my compatriots, for their enthusiastic support of the government's win-win policy that has created a conducive environment for a robust peace ecosystem in Cambodia. For me, peace is more precious than anything. It is the most beautiful thing. It gives people hope and puts a smile on people's face. People who have not experienced hardship and suffering created by wars may take peace for granted. Those who have lived through periods of violence, conflict, or war know how precious peace is. Taking these opportunities, I wish to share my own experience of growing up and living through decades of the civil war in Cambodia. I was forced to quit my study in 1970 when my countries became divided. And when I was just 18, when the countries was divided and the war was looming. My childhood and teenage life which should have gained great joy had the countries had been peaceful, faced only hardship and suffering. I was in great despair about my futures and the futures of my countries. For that moment, I devote my life for the quest for peace for Cambodia. It took almost 3 decades to realize my dream, and I had to endure hardship and take life risks along the way. I got wounded and lost one eye. I had to escape on foot to Vietnam through minefield and the heavily militarized border at night while leaving my pregnant wife behind in Cambodia. She was then 5 months pregnant in 1986. And when I met the United My Family reunion, my son called me uncle. In the world, how many people face such a suffering life like me? In 1996, at the time, the UNTA under the UN operation cannot achieve peace. I have to risk my life again by negotiating with the Khmer Rouge at their stronghold to persuade them to put down their arms and join the government under the win-win policies that guarantees their life, rights to properties ownership, rank, and profession. This policy allowed Cambodia to achieve full peace in late 1998. It has enabled the government to focus its full attention on national development. And the Cambodian people enjoy the benefit and opportunities that peace and development offer. Cambodia has maintained peace for more than 20 years now, and we are committed to protecting and promoting peace. From Cambodia's experience with war and peace, I wish to emphasize it that no peace, no hope. No peace, no peace, no development. No peace, no respect for human rights and democracy. And I share the same belief as Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon that peace is concrete action, not a vague dream. This is why my government has made it a priority to send thousands of Cambodian soldiers to join UN peacekeeping operation and mine clearance operation in Africa and the Middle East. That now they are present in Somalia, Central Africa, in Sudan, and Lebanon, hoping to help restore peace in those regions. Moreover, although our country is small, we assist the peace process in the region and the world with goodwill, responsibilities, and honesty. Excellencies, Madam, ladies, and gentlemen, peace in our region and the world remains fragile and under stress due to compounding factors, including great power rivalries, rising nationalism, terrorism, as well as poverty and food insecurity due to climate change and the COVID-19 pandemic. They have the potential to damage human progress at best and wipe out the whole human race at worst if left unaddressed. Therefore, we need to increase and diversify our collaboration and partnership to minimize the impact of those threats while enhancing a robust peace ecosystem. Promoting peace is essential for our present. But more importantly, as the Sun-Hak Peace Prize slogan succinctly expressed, make the world better for future generations. Thank you for your kind attention.
네, 말씀 잘 들었습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 설립자 특별 공로상의 주인공이신 훈센 캄보디아 왕국 총리의
Thank you very much for your inspiring words, Prime Minister Hun Sen. We've heard from the Prime Minister on his acceptance speech. The Prime Minister is actively engaged with various international forums and efforts towards peace and has promoted peace on the Korean Peninsula as well. Thank you once again and congratulations. To celebrate the Founder Special Honorary Award, we'd like to invite a special guest. Please welcome Honorable Newt Gingrich, who currently serves as a member of the Sun-Hak Peace Prize Committee and was the 50th Speaker of the House of Representatives, with a big round of applause.
Thank you very much for that warm welcome. I'm not sure which is harder, to follow these fine speeches or to follow that very emotional music. But I can tell you that this is a remarkable day and a remarkable ceremony. I want to start by thanking the person whose genius and passion and dedication has made all of this possible, and that is Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon. Thank you for your leadership and for your courage. I also want to thank my good friend Michael Jenkins and the Washington Times team, who do an amazing job of communicating to Americans the important things that we need to learn. And I'm grateful to be here for the Sun Hawk Prize and to be on the Sun Hawk Prize committee. You know, the moment we're in is very challenging. In some ways, it's remarkable. You just heard, for example, that the entire effort on worldwide vaccinations has dramatically reduced the death rate for children. You've heard about a genius who has spent her life, Dame Sarah Gilbert, who has created the opportunity from a lifetime of work to respond to the crisis of COVID-19. You've heard from a dedicated patriot, Prime Minister Hun Sen, who's committed to dialogue and who brought his country from a terrible civil war. And yet, here we stand at a turning point for the human race. There are other diseases that are terrible. The number of children who die annually from malaria, for example. In my own country, a country which should have extraordinary opportunity, we lose about 46,000 people a year to drug overdoses and another 46,000 to suicide because we have lives of despair. And that's why it's very important to come back to one of the key messages, that we are a family of children of God, and that God fills up a space which, when it's empty, leads all too often to tragedy. You know, it's very important to understand why we need to reach out and encourage young people. Think about the career of Dr. Gilbert, who had this instinct that someday we'd have a threat big enough that spending her lifetime learning to be ready was a reasonable commitment. So it wasn't 1 week or 1 month or 1 year, it's her whole life. And if we can recruit, as she said in her fine speech, if we can recruit enough young people to realize what a difference they can make, whether it's in music or in medicine or going into space or inventing new product, whatever it is, that they should seek lives that give them joy, that challenge them, and that give them a better future. The Vaccine Alliance is amazing. It's something the United States has participated in with very substantial resources. And it's amazing because it brings together people who have resources to help people who don't. And when you realize the number of people, 800 million children vaccinated, 50% reduction in the death rate, is an astonishing thing. I find when I come here, and I've been privileged to be here several times now, that I'm always inspired. I always go back to America thinking new thoughts. I'm frankly always impressed with Korea and the extraordinary job of recovery and building and prosperity that has occurred here. And I think if you take today's presentations and today's speeches, all of us can learn lessons to create a better future, to recognize that we are one human family under God, that peace, prosperity, safety, and freedom are possible. And there I would say that the Prime Minister's speech was particularly powerful and particularly moving, because I know what he had to go through as a young man and how he persevered when it seemed hopeless. The Sun Hawk Peace Prize is a building block of that future of peace, prosperity, safety, and freedom And so I'd like to close where I began, by reminding all of us that it's the vision, the commitment, the 365-day-year work of one person, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, who has driven forward and created an opportunity to bring the human race together. Thank you very, very much.
말씀 잘 들었습니다. 설립자 특별 공로상 수상을
Thank you for
축하하는
your sincere
축하의
words
말씀.
of congratulations for the Social Honorary Award on behalf of all of us. Thank you.
네, 오늘 이 시간을 축하하는 축사에 이어서
So following the congratulatory remarks, this was not in the official order of ceremony, but we'd like to briefly introduce a biography of Prime Minister Hun Sen of the Kingdom of Cambodia. The introduction will be provided by Director General Yong Ho-yoon. Director General Yong Ho-yoon is also the Executive Committee co-chair of the Summit for Peace on the Korean Peninsula. Please welcome him with a big hand. It is a very meaningful day. I would first like to express my deepest gratitude and congratulations to Prime Minister Hun Sen, the recipient of today's honorary award. Please give him another big round of applause. Also, under the theme of vaccine equity, we have met with Dr. Sarah Gilbert and Gavi for their accomplishments and efforts in vaccine development. Please give them a big round of applause. I am deeply honored to be here with you today in front of you. And today, as the Prime Minister Hun Sen receives the honorary award today, his biography was published today, and I would like to talk about the vision, the biography titled The Vision of Prime Minister Hun Sen, Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Distinguished guests, excellencies, by taking this opportunity, together with relevant publication and companies, we have worked together to publish a biography of Prime Minister Hun Sen, which contains the vision of the Prime Minister. I'm very honored to have this opportunity to let you know of this biography. And with the Asia Research Institute and various scholars and researchers, this biography contains 9 chapters. It reflects on the various aspects of his life, his philosophy, his belief, and also his vision. Prime Minister Hun Sen's challenges and difficulties, hardship, all of these are included in the biography. Also, his efforts and accomplishments in promoting peace in Asia. Also promoting peace, protecting lives, and protecting the traditions of Buddhism in the country, preserving culture, promoting cultural exchange, ending hunger. All of these visions of his are included in the biography and introduced in the book. Based on the philosophy of UN Charter, and he has dedicated himself to embrace the humanity and has pursued diplomatic policies to this end. And this vision is included in the biography. So the publication of this biography is very timely. It shows and proves that we can achieve peace and we can come together to pursue progress, development, and peace, and contribute to building a peaceful world together. And so I would like to strongly recommend to you, all of you, once again, I would like to strongly recommend this biography to all of you. Thank you very much. At the 5th Sonak Peace Prize Awards for the Future Generation, we have also published this biography, and so we have prepared a special performance. So when I say 1, 2, 3, I would like all of you to join me. And Prime Minister Hun Sen will be introducing the biography. Are you ready? Your voice sounds a little bit small, so are you ready once again? Let's say 1, 2, 3 together. So let's say 1, 2, 3 together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
네, 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 자서전을 훈센 총리께서 직접 공개하시고 또 전달하시는 모습까지
is presenting the biography himself to guests. Director General Yong Ho-yoon has introduced the background to the biography.
설립자와 수상자 그리고 오늘 참여하신 분들께 한 분 한 분
And Prime Minister
볼 수가 있는데요.
Hun Sen is presenting his biography to his guests.
모습입니다. 설립자 특별 공로상의 주인공 훈센 총리께서
Prime Minister Hun Sen, the recipient of the honorary awards today, has introduced and presented his biography.
만나봤습니다. 자서전의 내용이
So I look forward to the biography myself. Now let us enjoy a performance in celebration of the recipient of the Founder Special Honorary Award. The second performance brings to you Little Angels Kokdugakshi Dance in 4 songs. Following the first performance, the musical team will present a performance titled We Go Together. And finally, Spring and Hometown by both Little Angels and the musical team will be performed. Please give them a big round of applause.
네. 멋진 무대를 만들어준 리틀 엔젤스와
Yes,
뮤지컬
let's give another warm
팀이었습니다.
round of applause to the Little Angels and the musical team. And now it is time to officially conclude today's Sonak Peace Prize award ceremony. And now our laureates, as well as the founder's special laureate, Prime Minister Hun Sen, will now leave the stage. Everyone, please send them a
다시
warm
한번
round of applause
오늘의
again.
수상을 축하드리고 이 자리를 빛내주신 분들께 감사의 말씀
Again, I
드립니다.
want to thank everyone who has
제5회
come here
선악
to participate in this
시상식과
very meaningful occasion of the Sonak Peace Prize
평화상
award ceremony.
설립자 특별 공로상 시상식
So we had the Sonak
의미를 다시 한번 되새기며
Peace Prize as well as the
행사는
Sonak Peace Prize
마무리되었습니다.
Founder Special Prize. So the award ceremony has now
이제
been concluded.
설립자와
Now the founder
특별 공로상의 주인공이신 훈센 총리
and the founder's special award laureate, Prime Minister Hun Sen, as well as the two Sonak Peace Prize laureates, as well as all the distinguished guests who have come here and here with us, will first leave the
오늘의
hall
영광스러운
today.
수상을 축하하고
And I want to thank
그
all those who have come to
의미를
celebrate
되새기는 자리
and to also
이제
think of
공식
the meaning
순서는
of this
모두
occasion.
마무리되었습니다.
I thank you all, and now we'll officially, the Sonak Peace Prize Award ceremony has officially come
여러분,
to
다시
an
한번
end. I want to thank you
축하와
one more time.
환송의
Everyone,
박수를
please send again
부탁드리겠습니다.
all our laureates a very warm round of applause.
설립자와 특별 공로상의 주인공 훈센 총리
So the founder
영예로운
and the founder
수상자
special prize laureate, Prime Minister Hun Sen, as
함께
well as
자리를
our
빛내주신
two
내빈
Sonak Peace
여러분께서
Prize laureates, and all our distinguished guests
먼저
are now
이동하고
leaving the
계십니다.
hall first. So please send them a warm round of applause as they
특별
leave.
공로상의 주인공
Everyone,
훈센 총리께 다시 한번
Please.
축하의 말씀을 드리고
congratulate
선악
once
평화상에
more
빛나는
Prime Minister Hun Sen
영예로운
for
수상자께도
receiving the founder's
축하의 말씀을 드립니다.
special award, as well as to the two Sonak Peace Prize laureates who have won this time.
오늘 이 자리를 찾아주신
Congratulations one more time, and I want to
많은
thank
분들,
again
그리고 축하의
the many
마음으로
people who have
지켜봐
come here to congratulate
온라인을 통한 전 세계
the
수많은
winners,
분들
as well as all
다시 한번
those of you
감사드립니다.
around the world who have joined us online to congratulate the winners. Thank you so much.
이상으로 제5회
With this,
선악 평화상
we conclude the
시상식
5th Sonak Peace Prize
설립자 특별
award ceremony,
공로상 시상식을
as well as the award ceremony of the Founder's Special Prize. Thank you so much for being with us till the end. Thank you, everyone. Please have a wonderful day.
잠시 안내 말씀드리겠습니다.
We have a few announcements to make. Please leave your receivers on your seats before you go. Please leave your receivers on your seats before you leave. Again, one more time, please leave your receivers on your seats.